Jai Sitaram. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Balakand, Chapter 10, Rishyashringa the Innocent, continued. In the previous chapter, Sumantra, the great confidant and minister of King Dasharatha, recited to the king about a story that sage Sanat Kumara had recited a long time ago, that Kashypa's grandson, sage Rishyashringa, will help King Dasharatha beget sons. Now, King Dasharatha wants to know more about the history of sage Rishyashringa and how he, who was brought up in the forest, came to the kingdom of Anga, which was ruled by King Romapada, a very great friend of King Dasharatha. Verse 1. Sumantra chodito ragnya provacha idam vachah tada yata Rishyashringa tu anito yena upayena mantribihi tanme nigaditam sarvam shrunume mantribi saha. Thus prompted by King Dasharatha, Sumantra said, I shall relate to you the manner in which Rishyashringa was brought to the court. Listen to me along with your ministers. Verse 2. Romapadam uvacha idam saha amatya purohita upayo nirapayo ayam asmabi abhichintita. The priests spoke to the king through his ministers. Follow our advice and you will have your wish. Verse 3. Rishyashringo vanachara tapa svadhyaya samyuta anabhignya tu narinam vishayanam sukhasya cha. The ascetic has never been outside his native forests. The faithful discharge of his duties and the study of the scriptures take up all his time. The face of woman is a new sight to him. Much less knows he her nature, her ways, and her wiles, nor the liquid fire that her looks send along a man's veins. Verse 4. Indriyarthe abhimate narachitta pramatibhi puram anaya yishyama kshipram cha adhyavasi yatam. We will cloud his senses by sweet music, fine perfumes, delicious food, flowery soft touch, and sights that captivate the eye, and we are sure to bring him over here. Make up your mind to follow our plan. Verse 5. Ganika tatra gachantu rupavatya svalam krita pralobhya vividha upaye Aneshyanti iha satkrita. Send lovely courtesans on this business. Bribe them well by rich presents of silken clothes, ornaments, and money, and they can never fail to have him at their heels. By the way, it should be understood that the courtesans of yesteryear don't have the same connotations of what we understand courtesans to be of the current age. Courtesans of King Dasharatha's palace were merely great dancers, extremely beautiful and extremely talented in music and dance. There are no negative connotations attached to the term courtesan as mentioned in the Valmiki Ramayana age. Verse 6. Shrutva tatha iti raja cha pratyuvacha purohitam purohito mantrina cha tatha chakrur chate tatha. The king, having listened to these words, conveyed his approval, saying, Let it be done that way. The priests and ministers acted accordingly. Verse 7. Varamukyascha tat shrutva vanam pravi vishu mahat ashramasya avidure asmin yatnam kurvanti darshane Rishiputrasya dhirasya nityam ashramavasina. Accordingly, the beautiful girls went to the forest and hung about the cottage of Vibhandaka, lying in wait for a chance to meet his son alone. The wise young man who rarely left his hermitage, so engrossed was he in attendance upon his father. Verses 8 and 9. Pituh sa nitya santushto na atichakrama cha ashramat na tena janma prabhriti drishta purvam tapasvina striva pumanva yaccha anyat sattvam nagara rashtrajam. Rishyashringa was always content and never stirred out of his father's hermitage. Absorbed in penance, he had never seen a woman or a man, nor any of the creatures born in towns or cities right from his birth. Verse 10. Tatah kadachit tam desham ajagam yadrichaya vibhandaka sutta tatra tahcha apashyat varangana. As misfortune or fortune would have it, that day he came out of his abode and to the very place where these damsels had set a snare to entrap his unwary self. Verse 11. Tah chitravesha pramada gayanto madhuraswaram rishiputram upagamya sarva vachanam abruvan. The ladies joyfully approached him with bright looks of welcome and cooed to him with alluring smiles and sweet voices. Verse 12. Kah tvam kim vartase brahman jnatum ichchamehe vayam ekah tvam vijane ghore vane charasi shamsana. O Holy One, who art thou, and how is it that you have chosen to make this dark and dreary forest your home? We are interested to know, so please tell us. Verse 13. Adrishta rupa tah tena kamya rupa vane striya hardat tasya matih jata akhyatum pitaram svakam. Their very forms and features were new to him, and he developed affection towards them, and the desire arose in him to speak about his father. Verse 14. Pita vibhandako asmakam tasya aham sutta aurasa Rishyashringa iti khyatam nama karma chame bhuvi. Lovely beings, I am the son of the holy Vibhandaka, and Rishyashringa he calls me. I have laid up no inconsiderable merit by my religious austerities. Verse 15. Iha ashrama pado asmakam samipe shubha darshana karishye vo atra pujam vai sarvesham vidhi purvakam. Yonder is my cottage, and I would be extremely delighted to receive you there and give you the best welcome in my power. So said the sage to the courtesans. Verse 16. Rishiputra vachah shrutva sarvasa matirasa vai tat ashrama padam drashtum jagmu sarvah tato angana. On hearing the words of the sage's son, all the courtesans smiled their assent and went with him to the threshold of that hermitage. Verse 17. Agatanam tu tatha pujam rishiputra chakaraha idam arghyam idam padyam idam moolam phalam chana. On going there, the sage offered them water to wash and drink and delicious fruits and roots to eat. Verse 18. Pratigrihya tutam pujam sarva eva samutsuka rishir bhita cha shigram tu gamanaya matim daduh. They received them with joyful thanks, and desirous to leave the place before the terrible Vibhandaka returned, said to him, Verse 19. Asmakam api mukhyani falani imani he dvija grihana vipra bhadram te bhakshayasva cha ma achiram. O Brahmin, these are excellent fruits. May prosperity be to you. Accept them and eat them without any delay. Verse 20. Tatah tatam samalingya sarva harsha samanvita modakan pradaduh tasmai bhakshyam cha vividhan shubhan. Then all the courtesans embraced him with joy and offered plentiful sweetmeats and various items of food. Verse 21. Tani cha asvadya tejasvi falani iti sma manyate anasvadita purvani vane nitya nivasinam. The sage partook the toothsome delicacies with unfeigned delight and wonder, for never before had he seen such sweet and lovely fruits, as he was always forest bound. Verse 22. Aprachya cha tada vipram vrata charyam nivedya cha gacchanti sma upadeshat ta bhita tasya pituh striya. The ladies who were apprehensive of the arrival of sage Vibhandaka then took leave of sage Rishyashringa, saying, Holy Sir, allow us to depart to our homes, for we are close upon the hour of prayer and worship. Verse 23. Gatasu tasu sarvasu kashyapasya atmajo dvija asvastha hridaya cha asit dukkhat cha parivartate. After the departure of all the courtesans, the young ascetic found his life miserable away from them and yearned for the moment when he would meet them again. Verse 24. Tato apare dyuh tam desham ajagama saviryavan vibhandaka sutah shriman manasa vichintyayan muhuh manognya yatra ta drishta vara mukhya svalankrita. The next day, the restlessness that took possession of him drove him to the spot where he came upon them the day before, and with eager eyes he scanned the road they took. Verses 25 and 26. Drishtva eva cha tato vipram ayantam hrishta manasa upashritya tatah sarva tah tam uchur idam vacha. Ehi ashrama padam saumya asmakam iti cha abruvan. They failed him not, and having made sure that they had lured him into their man-trap, said to him laughingly, O light of our eyes, you do us great injustice in that you do not return our visit to you. Come and see us where we live. Verse 27. Chitrani atra bahuni syuh mulani cha falani cha tatra api esha visheshena vidhi bhavata dhruvam. You will find there nicer fruits than those we gave you yesterday, and you can be sure of a warmer welcome at our hermitage, said the courtesans. Verse 28. Shrutva tu vachanam tasam sarvasam hridayam gamam gamanaya matim chakre tam cha ninyuh tathastriya. On hearing the heart-pleasing words of all those courtesans, Rishyashringa made up his mind to go over there, and then those women took him away to their place in the kingdom of Anga. Verse 29. Tatra cha aniyamane tu vipre tasmin mahatmani pavarsha sahasa devo jagat prahaladayan tada. As the illustrious sage was being brought to the kingdom of Anga, the god of rain Parjanya suddenly inundated the earth, which looked cheerful with rain. So Prahalad means pleasing, and Parjanya is Indra, or the deity presiding the rains. Verse 30. वर्षेण एव आगतं विप्रं तापसं च नराधिप प्रति उद्गम्य मुनिं प्रभुः शिरसा च महीं गतः. King Romapada met his welcome visitor that brought with him the much prayed for rains, and reverentially touching his feet with his head, said with joined palms. Verse 31. Arghyam cha pradadu tasmai nyayatah susamahita Vavre prasadam vipre indrat ma vipram manyuh avishat. O Holy One, may an unworthy servant of thine sue for pardon for having induced thee by an unworthy ruse to visit my kingdom. May he pray of thee to save him from the terrible wrath of thy saintly sire. Rishyashringa did not disappoint him. Verse 32. Antahpuram praveshya asmai kanyam datva yatha vidhi shantam shantena manasa raja harsham avapasa. Romapada took Rishyashringa to his palace and joyfully gave him his daughter Shanta for a wife. Verse 33. Evam sa nyavaset tatra sarva kamai supujita Rishyashringo mahateja shantaya sahabharyaya. Thus the highly effulgent sage Rishyashringa lived in the kingdom of Anga along with his wife Shanta. His least wishes anticipated and every desire of his heart was gratified. So this concludes Sumantra's recitation of the legend of how Rishyashringa came to the kingdom of Anga. One very important thing that we should learn from this chapter is that Rishyashringa brought much waited for rains to the kingdom of Anga. So Romapada had committed some blunder, because of which the entire kingdom was facing a terrible drought, and the only expiation was to bring a holy person such as sage Rishyashringa to the kingdom. And as soon as he stepped into the kingdom, the happiness came in the form of rain. And now, looking at it in a very parallel fashion, King Dashratha's life is very barren, devoid of a life with Lord Rama. And as soon as Rishyashringa comes in, he conducts the yajna that brings in a lot of joy throughout the kingdom of Ayodhya. This is the reason why Sumantra goes into such great details of how King Romapada brought sage Rishyashringa from the forest to the kingdom of Anga. Another very important point that we should remember is that Rishyashringa was brought up under great austerities by his father Vibhandaka, but as soon as he met the women, his mind changed a little bit. He was still extremely respectful. He offered them due hospitality, but still his mind changed a little bit. This is why we need to be very careful, because Maya can come under a lot of temptations. However, Rishyashringa was protected despite all of this, because he comes from a very long line of great sages, from the line of Kashyapa and Vibhandaka, and he has been conducting austerities for a very long time. And his quality was necessary for King Dashratha to ask him to be the officiating priest of the Ashwamedha and the Putrakamishti yajnas. So we need to be careful. This is a cautionary tale that even such a great sage like Rishyashringa could be turned when he was offered some sweetmeats. So we have to be extremely careful. But still, nonetheless, Rishyashringa was an extremely powerful sage, because The Lord himself wanted him to conduct the Putrakameshti and the Ashwamedha sacrifices. With this, we will conclude this chapter. In the next chapter, we are going to see how King Dashratha goes to the kingdom of Anga and requests Romapada to give him Rishyashringa to conduct the sacrifices. Mangalam Koshalendraya Mahaniya Gunabdeye Chakravarti Dhanurjaya Sarvabhaumaya Mangalam. Jai Sitaram.